shit. Shout out to Nick Caley.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead, Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. Today, we are going to be dissecting a clip from the Dudes on Dudes podcast, particularly Gronk and Jules host the Dudes on Dudes, formerly known as Rob Gronkowski and Julian Edelman, two former New England Patriots, talking about, well, our Houston Texans. They get into the AFC South, but y'all already know it's a Houston state of mind on this channel, and particularly the Texans are involved in this clip. We get to hear Gronk talk about CJ Stroud, Nick Kayley, and Nico Collins. The big takeaway is Nick Kayley, considering he's the former coach for Rob Gronkowski, former tight ends coach, and he was with the New England Patriots. These two guys will know Nick Kayley better than anybody else that we could get a clip of. So let's go ahead and dissect what they got in store for us.
Because if CJ Stroud does take it to another level, he's going to be one of the most exciting and vicious quarterbacks in the NFL this year. And I'm hoping to see that happen because I'm a fan of his.
Who's the offensive coordinator?
The offensive coordinator, oh, shit. Shout out to Nick Caley. He was my tight end coach for a couple years here in New England, and he FaceTime called me out of the blue a couple weeks ago, man. And Nick Caley brings the absolute juice to the table every single day on a daily basis. He loves the game of football. He's a smart coach, knows the offense inside and out, knows all the tricks and traits to being a great coach. So I'm excited about him. Actually, I'm more excited about Nick Caley being the offensive coordinator and seeing what he does with this offense with CJ Stroud and the other guys. I got Nico Collins, who's one of my favorite receivers in the league. Big guy. I love my big guys. You know, I just relate to them big time. Big guys that can move and make big plays, and Nico Collins is one of them. So I'm looking out for Nick Caley big time, and I think he's going to strive and be excellent. I think that's a right fit for him as well to be a first-time offensive coordinator.
Yeah, so there you go. You had Rob Gronkowski there talking about our Houston Texans. He get ecstatic talking about Nick Kayley, and I think that's the energy a lot of the Texan players have when they get to speak about Nick Kayley specifically. Just the energy Nick Kayley brings, all of the characteristics that Gronkowski described Nick Kayley line up correctly to seeing how he is here with our Houston Texans. And he did mention at the very end, he's excited to see the pairing of Nick Kayley and CJ Stroud. Look, we didn't get to see a whole lot in preseason, just besides, a little bit of CJ Stroud in week 2 of the preseason. And I thought he looked all right, but specifically that second drive against the Panthers. The joint training camp looked very good. The Lions one started off slow, but ended up very good. And every day into training camp, the offense continues to get reported that it got better every single day. So all of the characteristics he described line up correctly with Nick Kayley. Talked about a guy that has a lot of juice, guy that loves football and knows the game inside and out, particularly when talking about Nick Kayley in comparison to Bobby Slowick. It almost feels night and day almost. Bobby Slowick was a guy, not saying that he didn't know the ins and out of football, but he was a first-time everything. I mean, he never coached a position, which I never even realized. Shout out to Landry Locker for pointing that out. He was never a positional coach. Nick Kayley was a positional coach for many years. He's learned from Bill Belichick. He's learned from Sean McVay. And the hope is that attached to our offense and the weapons we have around CJ Stroud, we are hoping that Nick Kayley can propel this offense. And look, I'm not looking for anything spectacular. If it happens, obviously we're going to go crazy here in the city. But we're looking for at least an average to above average offense. The O-line is the biggest concern, and we've beat the dead horse on that continuously over and over and over again. But to hear these good words from Nick Kayley, to hear Rob Gronkowski light up when he was talking about Nick Kayley, the same way Nico Collins has talked about him, CJ Stroud has talked about him. Like, those guys talk about Nick Kayley in the same manner. DeMeco Ryans is really high on Nick Kayley as well. These are exciting things to listen to and exciting stuff, because we are just a few weeks away before Nick Kayley faces, well, his former employer, the LA Rams, on the road, and it will be his first game officially offensive coordinating our Houston Texans. I got a lot of hope. I got a lot of excitement. I know y'all are excited, so let me know down in the comments section, how do you feel about Nick Caley's offense and the Houston Texans moving towards the NFL Week 1? And if you don't got a place to watch the game, come through with me and Ruben, Mr. 713, at the deck on Fountain View. Make sure you are there. We are having a watch party there. There's going to be plenty of beer, plenty of food, and plenty of swarming Texans fans ready to take that W against them dirty LA Rams. Cannot wait. It's going to be a time. Make sure you are there. Be seated. Get early. We are going to be loud, and we are definitely going to be swarming. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.